lá. Eu tenho outra aqui.
I'm on it. No one's getting through.
Descer aqui. Nível 2. Não, vai ser habilidades. Como é que aumenta? Não tem coisa aqui não. Rapidinho, tá, galera? Vou só fazer um negócio aqui. Não, deixa eu ver. Chave de fenda. Um martelo. repositório de munição. Tech.
I'm detecting a safe nearby. We could make use of whatever is inside, provided you had some digipics and a disregard for personal property rights.
E aí, 𝘾𝘼𝙉𝘼𝙇, beleza? Fala aí, mano. O que é que seria tão legal? Vamos lá, vamos lá. Ué. Se me desse a oportunidade de jogar essa obra-prima, pô. Aí não dá, né? Tô jogando no meu Xbox, mano. Caraca, mano. E assim, eu comprei a Prime Edition justamente para ter conteúdo no canal também. Mas você já tem um gamepad, mano? Que merda é essa aqui, velho? Não dá pra encaixar. Não nessa parte aqui. Vamos ver. Aqui encaixa. Aqui também. Agora esse aqui não. Que diabo é isso? Prefira, sei lá, se você quiser passar a conta, eu falei elas live, tá ligado? Tenho sim o Game Pass. A ansiedade fala muito alto. Se você tiver habilitado a autenticação de 2 fatores, você nem se preocupa. Mas é aquilo, se quiser. Ah, mano, infelizmente eu não gosto muito não disso não. Não é nada contra tu não, tá, mano? Eu nunca fui de passar conta, minha conta para outras pessoas, nem de receber minha conta para, nem de receber conta de outras pessoas para o meu console, entendeu? É, aqui eu já fui de base aqui. Ó, peguei mais de hack aqui. aqui. 2 digihack removido. Aí, velho, aqui não dá. Não dá pra inserir, porque não encaixa. Ah, tá. Aqui troca, porra. E eu perdendo o digihack. Agora encaixou. Ou eu fiz errado também. Aqui. Aqui não encaixa. Aqui. Aqui. E aqui não encaixa. Aqui. Aqui. Agora sim. Pronto. Eu já tava achando que ia ficar preso aqui, mano. Subir. Manteiga e laranja. Munição. Olha o cartaz da UC. Acesso ao telhado. Outra coisa também, né, mano? Tem muito load no jogo. Não são demorados não, mas... AMP. Olha aí, canhão de chumbo espacial. Ganhou coisa rara, eu acho. Deixa eu olhar aqui. Não sei se foi uma arma ou se foi um equipamento. Aqui, ó. Melhora a questão da radiação. Também tem filtro 2. Vai gastar menos 25 e mais 25 de resistência. Eu nem inspecionei o planeta todo. Ah, tá cheio de pirata aqui. Eu tomo uma porrada. Eu tô sem munição. Sete. 11. Talhador não. item melhorzinho ali. Comprei a versão Premium Upgrade no Xbox junto ao Game Pass e o jogo não abre. Cara, você tem que instalar a versão Premium. Você só instalar a versão a Standard que tá no Game Pass, você não consegue inicializar. Vai na sua biblioteca completa que tem lá a versão Premium. A minha é exatamente essa. Eu comprei a versão Upgrade e eu tô usando pelo Game Pass, né? Coisa. Já rapidamente para a nave. Entendeu, Marlon?
To reach the launch, we must jump to the planet Jemison in the Alpha Centauri system.
Missões. Ah, essa mesmo.
Do not worry. This will all become second nature before.
Nada de nada, mano. Se puder, deixa um like aí pra retribuir, tamo junto. Sim, deixa eu ver aqui. Eu ganhei uma coisa nova aqui no traje. Acho que é uma roupa. É. Bom, ele tem menos RD, que eu não sei o que é o RD. Pode ser alguma coisa relacionada à defesa. Mas isso aqui tem um passiva, né? Que é menos 15% de dano de energia. Então vou usar ele. Eu já tô com um item raro. E um item raro e um sublime.
Detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Eu já tô no coisa, né? Escaneável. Que depois ficar embaixo do planeta. Deve ser bem gelado. Ser gelado pra caramba. Saímos. Salvou automático. Ué. Cadê a missão? Ah, é pra ir pra cá, é. Então pousei no lugar errado.
Hey, Bosco! What, no bear? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
Vou conversar com esse cara aqui.
And he's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Caraca. Microfone pra reparar. Não tem nada de reparo, não.
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, 𝘾𝘼𝙉𝘼𝙇 is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint.
Ah, ele tem naves à venda.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Rumbler, Galileu, Responder, Sparrow, Breaker. Bem legal. Mas não vou comprar nave alguma.
I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Mano, essa nave é muito bonita, mano. Olha o motor. Pô. Tá em gravidade normal.
I can assure you, this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed. Okay. No bounty. You're clear.
Ah, cidade aqui, ó. Nova Atlantis. Pena que tá escuro, eu queria ver o sol. Distrito TAMC. Parece um metrô daqui. Tá chovendo. Tá chovendo. Uma coisa ali.
Nothing good comes from the left.
Hey, I've heard of you. The Explorer, right?
Guarita.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please.
Obrigado.
Easiest bet I'll ever win.
You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomena we see out in the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
Like this, I'm banning wages. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just we appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question. Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Kadri, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time.
Agora tá estranho, Marlon. Cara, faz o seguinte, tenta reiniciar o console. Pode ter algum problema de sincronização entre a sua conta e o console. Ou verifica se você tá na região correta, né? Porque eu não sei se você trocou a região do console.
If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others. And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that.
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
Valeu, mano.
If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Kadri?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Temos mais uma conquista. Passaram.
Are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel. I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do. I
Vou falar com a equipe da constelação, né? Antes de dizer tudo pronto.
I know he gets into trouble all the time, and everyone just sort of accepts he'll be fine, but still. That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us. Oh, gosh, no. I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't. There might be a reasonable explanation. I wasn't there. I didn't see what you saw. I'm just not in a position to say for sure. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
É uma pena.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, Or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Tá, acho que eu ganhei uma missão, uma side quest, né, dela.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Okay, let's take a look.
Isso. Não sabia que era pra vender.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter is quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have
Cadê ela? Ah.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Abrindo as portas. Eu só tenho bolso.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Eu tô com sobrecarga, porque tá avisando isso direto. Eu tô com sobrecarga. Utiliza essa roupa, né? Mais bonita. Alguém se querer. É que eu ainda tô com a roupa espacial. muita coisa aqui.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Thank you. Meu quarto. Aqui é o depósito. Tá tudo tão arrumadinho que não quero nem mexer. Eu peguei também, vi. Torre do relógio 𝘾𝘼𝙉𝘾𝙃. Tá gostando? Tô gostando. Um jogo assim que tem uma liberdade imensa, né? Quem já tá acostumado com os RPG da Bethesda, né? Não se surpreende não. Já joguei Skyrim, já joguei... como é que eu posso dizer? Eu joguei Fallout, né? O Fallout eu joguei pouco, joguei o 3. Eu joguei mais o Skyrim. E assim, esse nível de quantidade de itens que tem no mundo e outras coisas, isso a gente tá acostumado. A questão é a possibilidade, né, de você explorar muita coisa, muitos planetas, né, não ficar somente num único universo. Isso que é muito da hora. Quem gosta de tema espacial, né? Star Wars, por exemplo, entre outros, vai adorar esse jogo. O nível de detalhes do ambiente também é muito bonito. Muito bom, muito show. O problema é as expressões faciais, né, do jogo, mas isso aí também vem já da Bethesda, já não é de hoje. Eu já falei com ela. Pra falar com os outros integrantes aqui.
Feeling, knowing that you've seen something that no one else has, that you know something.
A gente conhecer um pouco a história dele. Né?
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Yes, you're right. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Em verdade, tô louco pra jogar mais no fundo. Você já fez o que eu falei antes, mano? De reiniciar o Xbox. Como é que eu posso dizer? Ver se tá na região correta do console. Cara, algum problema tá tendo, mano. E assim, se fosse eu tentava todas as formas e no pior dos casos eu falava com o suporte da Microsoft. Porque você comprou a Premium Edition, né? E a Premium Edition, um dos bônus é você ter acesso ao jogo em 5 dias de antecedência.
Testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects.
Eu abri aqui de primeira depois que deu 9 horas. Funcionou de boa.
I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Ó, vou até mostrar aqui, ó. O que tá instalado no... Ó, tá aqui, Starfield. Complementos. Deixa eu ver aqui. Não, tá errado. errado, PT errado. Ah, Starfield. Aqui é os dados. Aqui. Tá, essas três coisas. Ó, nem o conteúdo da edição tava instalado aqui, ó. A partezinha. E ele funcionou. Porque ele viu que eu tinha comprado a Premium. Pronto, vai instalar. Já vai instalar aqui. Essa parte aqui que eu... E aqui funcionou, mano.
We can always continue this some other time. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud-Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud-Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Vai ativar. Cara, se tem muita gente que falou que não tá funcionando, mano, tem que falar com o suporte da Microsoft. Vou ter que falar de novo com o velho.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Sobrecarga de novo. Caralho, tem 5 Grendel. Estojo para colocar o relógio aqui. Beleza, mano. Fala lá com eles, mano. Porque você tem direito, velho. Você comprou a versão premium. Você tem que falar com ele, mano. Falar com o suporte da Microsoft. Tá, aqui não tem nada não. Nossa, aqui tem mais coisa. Barato. Isso aqui é... Deve ser da presidente. Ah, tá. Aqui é pra fazer as coisas. Vou criar aqui a banda.
Okay then. I guess if you're both okay with it.
Well, I suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Yes, you're right. My frustrations, not fair of me to take it. So, welcome aboard. By the way, in addition to, you can even, I'm a fan of self-reliance.
Ah, mano, acabei de criar.
We're most well known for ship. Unfortunately, I've tried to convince you. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? This, or anything else. You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer. Not exactly, no. But I suppose it doesn't matter. You saw something. Barrett saw something. That's an unlikely coincidence. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here.
Ah, isso com certeza.
Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but...
Você instalou o jogo antes ou depois de comprar a versão antecipada? Depois. Eu instalei tudo hoje. Mas eu já tinha comprado a versão Premium 3 dias atrás.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud-Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home, as much as anywhere else. Remember, you're representing all of us out. Take note. Everyone here...
Não tem mais nada aqui não pra ele. Vamos falar agora com Mateo Catherine.
Something like this. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet.
É, pode ser isso também. Tenta desinstalar e instalar, mano, pra ver.
You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now
teólogo.
An explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits. Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet. That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Second one was on 𝘾𝘼𝙉𝘼, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? Take care of yourself.
Clica em cada deles aqui.
Ever since I got here, this has felt
Recursos orgânicos que já mandei. Antes de falar com ela, eu vou falar com o Vasco.
I am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone.
Ele é bem detalhado também, mano.
System replacements and
Ele vê até o gasto da tintura da lataria do robô.
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing. Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation. The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment. A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
Yes.
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built. The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Claro que eu quero ali na nave. Pronto. Eu falei com todo mundo. Vamos falar com a presidente.
I'm listening. Ready to get out there? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resource to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. You've done this before, eh? Wise words. We watch each other's backs. We'll be fine. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen. Whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk-takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means. Those are the rules. Advance humanity's knowledge to the best of your ability. As long as you do that, I'm not here to judge you. Now, let's you and I get over to Mast. We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously. Sure, go ahead. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. while we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs. You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry.
Botânica.
Anything that might put you in the hospital. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock.
E aí, Souza, beleza, mano?
Ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just
Consegui comprar um game. Qual foi?
having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went
Tá jogando o que? Starfield.
times, and I remember them fondly.
Tô jogando Starfield.
Talk to you later.
Vamos lá.
Hello, Captain.
Hello. Call of Duty Ghosts. Bom jogo. Eu ultimamente não tô comprando nenhum código porque como a compra da Activision Blizzard já foi concretizada, todos os códigos vão chegar no Game Pass, né? Vou ver se tem alguma coisa interessante aqui que eu queira. Já está disponível para quem comprou a versão Premium do jogo. Mochila da Constelação. Tá bom já. Ah, beleza. Que boa, é um bom jogo. COD é um bom jogo. Vou jogar só quando lançar no Game Pass. Lança dia 5. Eu não sei se eu tô indo pro lugar certo ou não. Cara, eu quero ver essa cidade ensolarada, mano. Deve ser bem bonito no sol. Eu tô indo pro lado errado. Só esperando sair mesmo. Quando tiver próximo do dia... Quando chegar próximo do dia 5, aí tu já deixa ele pré-baixado. Eu tenho que descer. Modo história vai pra onde quiser aí. Agora, como é o início do jogo, eu ainda tô usando a história principal, né? Pelo que eu acho aqui. Deixa eu ver se tem outras missões já. Ah, já tem. Visite os pais, monte um anteposto. Tá, vamos fazer primeiro essa missão. 100 GB. É, 100 GB. Cadê a porra da missão? É, 100 GB mesmo. Fora, mas eu acho que tá mais, porque teve um patch. Falar aqui com...
Sarah, good to see you. Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
Eu também tava ansioso, mano.
United
Por
Colonies.
isso que eu comprei a versão Premium. Eu gosto desse tipo de jogo. E também para trazer aqui pro canal, né? Como conteúdo.
And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services. Chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want it?
Não, tá não, mano. Eu acho que nem tinha como, velho. É muito diálogo. Tá legendado em português, né?
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars.
E a Terra, cadê?
Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something.
Que broxa não, mano. É um bom jogo ainda.
What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. You'll have to ask him. But Vanguard volunteers have retrieval
Eu era na época do Skyrim.
Wouldn't be surprised if
Que era um jogo que nos consoles só tinha em inglês. Não tinha nem português, mano, na legenda.
Yeah, bring a coloring book. Get so
Só
you...
tinha legenda não oficial no PC.
It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have. Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
Não, quero falar do... Falar ali com...
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Bye.
Nem sei aqui onde é que eu... Não é aqui não. Eu sou Nath. Passou Porto.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat. Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent. Security scanners, chemical sniffers. United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Where to next?